But
ask her if she know the app. She still don't.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'll just exit out of this conversation now.
But the thing I was gonna say to follow up, because obviously, you know, me and Trey are very familiar with both of you guys' separate content and you guys' together content.
Yeah.
One thing you guys do, me personally, I've noticed that you guys very strong in, and you guys strive at, is like your visual storytelling when it comes to both of you guys' separate content and joint content. Like, how did you guys develop that kind of like strength in your content? Either one of y'all can answer.
Question. Okay.
No, she's the brains. I'm the brawn.
Honestly, obviously, just like research. Number one, to what's gonna keep your audience like engaged with you. You understand? And like for me, I think especially when my brand is all about like. There's a lot about business stuff, right? Being an entrepreneur, I just try to really showcase that perspective. But for me, at first, it was like, well, you know, I just got to talk about, you know, tax stuff and my offers, and that's it. I got to keep it straight business. And then I started really, like, people want to get to know you. They want to know who's behind the actual brand. Like, yes, you have a business. Yes, we understand it's successful, but who are you really? And so I wanted to showcase that, like, I am more than a business owner. I'm married, you know what I'm saying? I'm a family woman. And I like to do silly, goofy stuff. Like, I love music. I love going to the gym. Like, so it was important for me to, like, you know what? Yeah, people should know a little bit more about me. So I started doing, hey, let me tell about my day, especially my stories. Like, your stories are, I feel like, are the best place to really take advantage of BTS. Like, let's show people on a daily basis, walk them through who we are, what we're doing. And on any day, I'm doing any kind of random activity. So I feel like, you know, like, yeah, I should. Like, I feel like if I show my stories, I'm like, yeah, my stories could be lit. Like, let me take people along with me. Let me, like, go on to masterminds and stuff. Like, especially with other business owners, especially someone who's, like, just starting out, they don't understand, like, some of them have no clue what to even do. Like, it's like, oh, I'm starting a business, but, like, when I'm not doing my business stuff, what do I do?
Yeah.
And so that's why I started showing, like someone was telling me, like, man, you go to masterminds, like, that's so cool. You should, like, post that more. And I'm like, oh, that's true. Like, I go every month, at least once a month. I can show one big major mastermind throughout the weekend. You know what I mean? And so I started just kind of just showcasing that. I would say that's what it comes out to. Like, really just showing people who you are. I think a lot of times, especially when we're like business owners, there's this professional aspect that you think it has to be like, so like black and white. Like, I'm a business owner with tattoos, you know what I'm saying? I got locks. Like, I am not black and white.
Yeah,
like,
it's traditional.
I'm black. You know? Like, I'm a stud. Like, it's just so many things. So it's like, I think sometimes when we first start, it's like, oh, I gotta be this person. I gotta be this person in business. I'm never that person out the gate. So it's like, why do I need to try to be something that I'm not, or keep my page like super professional? I want to be able to have people know, like, hey, this is me. Like, this is who you could work with. Like, this is who you see. This is who I am. And I think that's super important in anything that you do. Like, really just showcasing a part of being yourself. Even people that do like funny skits and like comedic stuff, like you guys, like showcase. You still showcase a part of like who you are, being yourself. I think it's important.
I want to add on to that so they can continue to expound on it. Is that we had a conversation last night, and I think that what was beautiful is I think Venezuelan Steph said that when I got with Haitian Steph, that we talked about having our individuality, that I did not want to rely on this person for everything. And I think that they've done a great job of kind of like how we do our pod and we separated ourselves. Like, I'm Trey, you're Jay, and we do the pod together, but we're separate. We like they've done it where they're two peas in the pod when they do the Steph TV thing, but when they separate, they're still who they are. And so, like, how do you guys set the time to make sure you have your individual Steph time and then couple Steph time for content?
Great question. That is a great question. I think for us, we've really worked on kind of setting schedules. So like, for example, we'll have a day where we do only Steph Square content.
Okay.
And then another day where it's like Steph does it, Splash of Steph, and you know, and my podcast. Like those are all separate things that we do. And then we also we don't go the whole day, this is all we're gonna do. Like at the end of the night, it's like, okay, well, we're done with work. Let's set time for like us to enjoy each other's presence, enjoy each other's time. Like after a certain time of the night, like she knows, I'm like, your phone is off, you're done. We are going to set time for us to cuddle, to have dinner, to watch our favorite show,
That's
whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a workaholic. I could.
She'll work until
I'll bring my laptop to bed, and I'm like,
and I'm like, no. And I think the biggest thing that we've worked on is like, even though we want to be individual, like I am supportive of her, like she's supportive of me.
Okay.
But we don't involve ourselves unless the other person asks. Like,
Got it.
you know, like if Steph
That's
says,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
So like, for example, Steph has a whole business. Last year, she's like, hey, you know, like you do this much, let's actually put you as a different role this year. And this year, she's like, no, you're full on my partner. She didn't have to do that. But the fact that she's like, I see how much effort you put into me, I'm going to give you this. Vice versa, when it comes down to my podcast, the name of my podcast, the structure of my podcast, that all comes from my wife. Okay. And the basis, the premise of my actual Instagram comes from my wife. And everyone knows that when people go, oh, like, how did you do this? I'm like, my wife. Like, I don't separate things. Well, excuse me. I do separate myself when it comes down to certain things for my own, you know, mental and physical well-being. But also I do things to make sure that my wife is also understanding of like how important she is into what I do as well. So even though we are separate, a lot of us trickles into each other because it's like, I'm still going to support you.
Right.
I'm still going to make sure that you're good, whether I'm in this with you or not, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
like I see you struggling with this. Like, could I help? You know what I mean?
This is your bag.
That was
Go
good.
ahead. This your bag.
Hey man,
This episode's literally your bag.
I mean, it's not really my bag. 'Cause I've never got to experience.
But this is what you like strive for, though. That's what I'm saying.
I've never got to experience dating someone in a social media space like me. I literally just had someone that someone tried to set me up with somebody, but they were just like, you know, my only issue with Trey is that he's just too known. Like he's
you
too,
out here?
Yeah, he's just too. As far as social media, like
Right.
too much attention, too much this, and I'm like, you're not really giving me like a chance for me. Like I'm not outside like that. If I am outside, I'm with Jay, with y'all, with content people that I know, the people that I'm with, and I go home. Like I really don't care to be seen or be outside like that. I just make my content, do my thing, and just peace out. And it's crazy. Like, you know, there's this thing online where there's a stigma where there's women who make social media or women who don't, and will look at a man like me who makes social media and think that I'm just out here. And so be it. So there are men who are trash, but I'm looking for.
We know a couple of them.
Yeah, but
Validation.
I'm looking for validation from women, and you know, it's not a fair chance on me to really get that chance.
Right.
And so I purposely sometimes kind of search out for social media women who understand my life, who understand content creation, who understand like the busyness of it all, who understand that, you know, like me, I work a 9 to 5, but after my 9 to 5, I got to make room for content.
Yeah. Right.
And some people don't understand that. Some people think you're like, I'm trying to brush you off from, no, I'm
out here working.
Yeah, I'm out here working. If I don't do this, if I don't stay consistent and post every single day, the algorithm takes me out, and I got to go 2 times, 3 times as hard again to get right back in the flow.
Right. No, 100%.
So,
no matter where you're at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why it's beautiful, like seeing a situation like this where, like, you know, you guys literally are doing like 3 different things with your, like, you're doing you, and then you're doing something together.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing because it's like you're building on something that the currency for social media is at an all-time high right now. Like entertainment is at an all-time high. People aren't going to TV anymore. They're going to their phones and they're flipping through, trying to be entertained. And you're able to make a currency off that. And I don't think some people see the value in that. So it's kind of hard to date people who don't understand the value of social media.
I got a question real quick.